Hey guys, it's Ray and I'm back with another word. So today's word is going to be about kingdom marriages. And for those who are in separation, either you are in a separation now or you're about to go into a separation. This been on me, and I asked the Lord this morning when I got up like what he wanted me to speak on today. And so when I was in the shower, he started speaking to me about this. First of all, if you've been here, you may have seen the video that I posted. I want to say it was in September about separation. I'll go back and find the video, and then I will do like a card to that video if you want to go watch it if you haven't seen it. But in that video, the Lord was showing me a collective of women who were in a separation, and I was saying like their energy was very at you, like they was ready, they was really ready, and the instructions were to listen when they returned, to listen to them and let them explain. So I guess this is further detail from that dream. So as I said in the beginning of that dream, it was me and my spouse, and we were together in the dream, but we both had masks on. It was like the COVID masks, and then from there it went to, we were both in the car, and then it went to him still being in the car, but I was walking, and it was like a highway. So I was driving to the highway, and as I crossed over, all of a sudden I was walking. So as I was walking, more women were coming too. We were all on that little dirt road, and then so I had a GPS in my hand, and the destination said 2 miles, but it was 22 minutes, because we were walking. Obviously 2 miles is way quicker than 22 minutes if you're driving, but we were walking. I said that before, when we were together, the destination was literally right around the corner. It was right around the corner, but once I drove to go over there is when I started walking, and then he was still in the car. So it went from that scene to us being in like a hotel room. So when we were on the dirt road, it was like 3 or 4 of us women, and then once we got cut to the new scene and we were in this hotel room, it was a lot more women than that. And so we all were just trying to figure out what was going, like we were just confused, like we were trying to figure out what was going on. We didn't understand at all what this was. So I got like annoyed, I guess, and I walked out, and then I saw my spouse in the hallway, but his head was turned from me. I grabbed his face, and I turned his face to me, and in that moment the Lord showed me what it was that I didn't see. He showed me what I didn't know, which is one representation of in the beginning when we both had those COVID masks on. It cut from that scene to now us walking back, and as we were walking back in the hallway, there was more men in the hallway. A lot of men, like literally I could hear, you know how if you're in an arena or some type of building where it's a whole bunch of people and you can just hear like the noise in the background, like all the voices and how loud it is. I heard that in the dream as I was walking down the hallway past all these men. They were just lined up in the hallway, and so I went into the room. I said, okay, I told them to line up and follow me, and so I went back to the room where all the women were at. And now this room was even bigger than the first room. Now this room was like the ballrooms, conference room type things that they had like at the hotel, like the really huge rooms. And it was now that size room, and that was full of women. This is a collective thing, a collective message, and it's going to be for most of the people who are in your separation. Like I said, you either are in separation or you are about to go into it, and then this is going to be like your confirmation, letting you know ahead of time what's going on. So before I kind of like cracked the door a little bit, and I peeked in, and I was talking to the women, and I was letting them know, that's when I was letting them know to listen. In the dream, he put a lot of emphasis on listening. Listen to them when they return. Let them explain. They're going to explain. Like I said in the beginning, all the women's energy was like, had it not been for those instructions, they was probably gonna go in. So it was the Lord giving the instructions, but it was me in the dream. That video, like I said, I'll put a card here. I mean, I basically just explained it to y'all again, but just now. But yeah, so that's why he was saying that. That's what he was saying they're going to explain when they return. So first of all, he's already shown us the end from the beginning. He's already shown us that there will be a reconciliation. So if you are in a separation, don't be dismayed, and don't like throw in a towel. Don't be on your emotions and your feelings, because he's already shown us the end from the beginning. He's already shown us that these spouses are, he's bringing these unions back together. He's bringing these king marriages together. And like I said also in the beginning, it was right around the corner. So don't throw in the towel. Don't give up right before it happens for you. It just seems long, because you went into another separation. Like I said, so in the beginning I was with him, and then I crossed over and I wasn't driving anymore. I wasn't in the car, I was now walking. So walking takes longer than driving, but it was still right around the corner. In the dream too, in the beginning, when I said it was like 3 or 4 of us on that little on the little like dirt road or whatever, we looked at the phone and we looked at the GPS, and that's when we saw it said 2 miles 22 minutes, and we was like like we wanted to just turn around. You could be feeling like that too. Like you could be feeling like giving up. You could be feeling like just never mind, I don't even want it. But don't, like I said, it's right around the corner. This would be your last separation, because he already showed us in this dream that he's going to be positioning us at an appointed time to be reconciled with our spouses. So I'm saying, don't throw in the towel, don't give up, don't turn back. Okay, so starting from the beginning of the dream, so when we had our mask on, that is indicative that there are still some things in you, in the both of you, that have to be revealed, whether it's external or internal circumstances that have not been uncovered. And these things, you can't bring them into your marriage. So when we go into separations, that is why the Lord allows us to go into separations, because he's still pruning and he's still preparing us for these marriages. And there's certain things that we cannot take with us, our past traumas, our past pains from past relationships, from families and our parents, and being maybe abandonment issues, whatever the case may be. There's certain things that you can't bring with you. He's not going to allow us to bring these things into these kingdom marriages. These are not earthly marriages. There can be these things, the things that we carry in now are the very things that make these relationships, our past relationships, fail. These are the things that have made these past relationships toxic. These are things that we can learn from, instead of carrying that weight and carrying that baggage around. Okay, think about it this way: if you're still carrying stuff on you, and your spouse is still carrying baggage with them, and you guys come back together, it's still going to be toxic. And then just imagine how that would go. Like the Lord is not even going to allow that. He's not even going to let that happen. But he will allow you guys to come together, even though it may not be your final for good reconciliation, hence why you're in another separation. But in the times where he brings us back together, he's showing us the physical evidence of the things that he has been telling us in the spiritual. So he's showing us physically, when they come back, you both will be able to see the areas that the Lord has been working on each of you. But you will also see in those times that you also will be able to see the areas that still needs to be worked on. So you already know, once you go back into another separation, what else it is that needs to be worked on within yourself and within your spouse. So when you go into a separation and you are feeling overwhelmed emotionally, then that's already, that trigger is already showing you something that still needs to be worked on within you. And of course we all have our moments, but as I said, he had showed me, my spouse was looking away from me, and I grabbed his face in the dream and turned him to me, and then his face turned into what else it was that I didn't know, that I didn't see. So like I said, it could be external things and internal things within both of us. Because like I said, I had on a mask, like a little COVID mask on in the beginning of the dream too. The way that you respond to these things, or when these things are revealed to you, if it is something physical in the external, it may trigger some things in you. So then you know that those are areas that you still need to work on. But like I said, be not dismayed. He's already shown us the end from the beginning. So we know that these are coming back together. We know all this time that we stood on this promise, and we've seen all the confirmations, the dreams, the visions of our future, our families together, our lives together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've already had all these confirmations. Just understand that when you go into this separation, this is like the final pruning, the final purging before your reconciliation. A few days ago, he gave me, daughters, do not awaken love before it's time. That's saying two ways. The first way, don't go seeking love, like, you know what I'm saying, like on your own, like, oh, we're in a relationship, so you're out here just entertaining any and everybody, or searching on your own, trying to fulfill that desire. Because if these people are not who are supposed to be in our life, that's when we kind of put ourselves in situations and create hardship and heartache and things like that, and disappointments ourselves when it's not even necessary. The other way is with your spouse. Don't attempt to let them know. Don't attempt to tell them who you are, who they are. Everything is going to be revealed to each of you in the Lord's timing. You don't know what effect that could have if you try to like jump the gun and tell them before the Lord has told them. So it's not your place to inform them. It's not your place to tell them anything. The Lord would tell them, and they will come to you, like it happened in the dream. they return to the women. So these will be prodigal situations. Don't attempt to force things. Don't attempt to make stuff happen on your own time because you're tired of waiting and stuff like that. Just go with the flow. Whatever period the Lord has you in right now, preparing still, then let it be that. Because not only is he preparing us for our spouse and for these marriages, but he's also preparing us for what comes with these marriages. If he's giving you a promise that you're going to be a mother, then he's preparing you for that as well. And he's preparing you for the tasks, the assignments that's coming with your marriage, as well as the attacks that are going to come with your marriage. So all these things, just keep these in mind when you feel like giving up, just to bring understanding to these separation phases of your kingdom marriage promise. So don't worry about in the physical what it looks like. Like I said, when I went on that path and I started walking, it just looked bare. It was a dirt road with little weeds and little tall pieces of grass on the little sidelines. It looked bare. So you always like, what is this like? So just because it doesn't look in the physical right now, what you've been believing and hearing from the Lord, just know that it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the process. So just stay the course. I really can't stress that enough. Just stay the course. The Lord knows what he's doing. The same way he's working with you is the same way he's working with them. So you focus on you and what it is that the Lord is still trying to do within you. Because even outside of ourselves, it could still be preparing your home, preparing your habits, as in cooking more, as in money management, as in exercise. You know, you may have a very active lifestyle when it comes to this marriage. And even as a parent, you're gonna have to have energy when you become a mother in other ways than just internally. It's going to be external preparation too. So it's not only going to be cleansing and purging, but it's also going to be pruning and preparing. That's what these separation stages are for. But like I said, who this word is for in this hour, this is your last separation. This is your final separation before your reconciliation. Again, he's already shown us the end from the beginning. So he's already shown us that he's going to bring us back together. And I know that this is a collective, because it was multiples of people in this dream. As the dream went on, it was more and more and more people. And if you are not already in your separation as you're watching this video, then this may just be here informing you before you go into your separation, so you're already prepared and you already know what this is. Don't let the enemy convince you. Also in this time, the devil releasing his distractions and his attacks around this time. So don't give the enemy room to, he just gave me the scripture, he's like a roaring lion seeking who he can devour. Don't give him that energy. Don't give him that space. Don't give him the satisfaction of seeing you doubt, seeing you fear, seeing you worrying and stressing, when you already know what the Lord has already told you, what he's already spoken. Everything that he's already spoken is already done, period. Yes, it's going to be a process for us to get there, but it's still already done. So you already know every promise that he's giving you is already done. It's already yours. So there's no need to worry. I don't care what it looks like on the outside. I don't care what situation looks like right now. You stay the course. Do not give up. Do not turn back. Do not go back to your ways, or don't be out here trying to go, okay, it ain't him, so I'm go out here look for somebody else or entertain somebody else. No. You have work to do on yourself. You have work to complete to bring this to a completion. So stay the course. So just understand, like, separation had to happen. It's already a part of the Lord's plan. We couldn't go into this together. You had to be separated for the both of you to remove the remainder of the things that needed to be removed, and to prune and prepare those other things that needed to be enhanced and increased for the health and for the success of this marriage, of this union, when you all come together, when you all come back together. And also, it's funny that he has me speaking about this today. Not funny literally, and I mean not even a coincidence, because I know everything he does is strategic. He's very strategic and intentional. So I woke up in the middle of the night, and Married at First Sight was on. And when I turned to the TV, it was on the scene where one of the women and the man were separated, and they were talking with the I don't know if they're counselor. I don't know exactly what the people are, but they're talking with one lady, and she literally got overwhelmed with emotion as she was telling the other lady how happy she was in her marriage. And she literally said, like, it's more than I prayed for. Like, I didn't imagine that I could be this happy. I knew that I would be happy in my marriage, but it's more than I thought. Like, he's more than I expected. He's so much more than I expected in this marriage. How happy I am in the relationship. She was just saying how it was more than she asked for. It was more than she prayed for. It was more than she even thought that she even imagined for herself to experience, although she knew that she would be married. she had faith in that, you know, that she would be married, and she knew the Lord heard her prayers and everything like that. But she was just expressing how the marriage was more than what she expected. The marriage was more than what she prayed for. It was more than what when she was praying, it fulfilled her more than she was capable of imagining herself to be fulfilled in the marriage. She said, he blessed me in every way. He blessed me with all the things that I prayed for, and even things that I didn't pray for. That stood out to me. For some of us, that can literally be like how our conversations go with the Lord when we pray about our marriages. Like, I know that's the case for me. Like, she literally, that was low-key confirmation for me, like, because I literally verbatim have prayed that in just conversations with him. I've talked about that. Like, although I'm asking these things, and he may be praying for certain things in a wife, even as a wife, me to be a blessing to him, I would want to be everything that he's prayed, literally everything that he's prayed for, everything that he needs in a wife, everything that he wants in a wife, and more, even the things that he may not have even thought of, you know what I'm saying? But then when he receives it, and when he's in it, when we're in it, that he will be all the more grateful, and that he will be able to see the presence of you in me in more ways than just this, but in the way that looking at me and the things that he's prayed for, and seeing that yes, you blessed him, you answered all those prayers that he's prayed for, but you've given him, you love him that much more, that you've given him more than what he's asked for, more than what he's prayed for, more than what he was expecting to receive. And I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I don't know his prayers. I don't know exactly what it is that it is going to be, but I am believing that, and not only for myself, but for all of us in these marriages. Like I said, it was just like a confirmation. Like, these marriages are going to be more than what we have been praying for. And it's like, I know that we hear this a lot, like, it's going to be worth the wait, it's going to be worth the wait. But like, that, waking up to her saying that was really an eye-opener for real. It is going to be worth the wait. It is going to be more than what we are asking for, more than what we are praying for, more than what we are expecting, more than we can fathom. The Lord knows when the time is right. The Lord knows. He already has an appointed time for you all to come back together, and this is collectively. So he's saying this right now. When you start seeing these other people around you back to back to back to back, stepping into their marriage promise, just know that it's near for you. Because in this dream, every scene that it went to the women, it was always an increase of women, increase of women, increase of women. So this is a collective thing. It's a collective energy. It's for the collective of women who are going to be reconciled in the similar time season. Just get through this, push through this last little thing. Smile, continue on your course, stay the course, and continue to do the work. Do what you need to do. Do what the Lord has been instructing you to do, and focus on what the Lord has been instructing you to focus on. Don't let these things fall through because things right now aren't looking how they look. Because when you are married and things come up against your marriage that come as a surprise or whatever, you can't just drop everything and just, you know what I'm saying? So everything that we're going through, everything that we experience is all preparation for this marriage. So continue on with what he's telling you to do. Pick up what is he telling you to pick up and focus on, and it'll all come together at its appointed time. But it's already done, know that. And he's already shown us the end from the beginning. So he's already shown us that these prodigal situations, these marriages are coming together. This isn't the end. This is your final separation. So I pray this word bless you all, and that energy has been hitting me just out the blue. So whoever's word is for, I pray this word bless you. Please take the word before the Lord. I pray this word encourage you. He will give you more clarity. He will confirm his words for you. He will confirm what season you are in. Seek him for what it is that he needs you to focus on right now. Seek him to give you further information as it pertains to this word, though, as it pertains to your marriage as well. So please share this word with anyone who you feel it may be for, who you feel may need to hear this word. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll notify of any future uploads when I post, and I'll be back soon with another word.